to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. I am back with another video for you guys. I'm very excited to do this video, as this video is going to be a little bit on the lengthy side. What we're going to talk about is some really weird stuff from Watchtower literature. Okay, so we are going to dive into some of their literature and show you guys how evil and disturbing a lot of this stuff are, okay, from Watchtower. Okay, understand this, that Watchtower is a cult. Okay, if any JW is watching this video, I'm going to be as honest as I can and say, like, hey, you are in a cult, because the Watchtower organization is in a cult. All right, so I'm going to show you guys some things from their own literature using their own website to show how disgusting and degrading Watchtower is, and how they also promote child sex abuse and also encourage pedophiles and molesters. Okay, this video is going to be a little bit on the lengthy side because we have a lot to cover, but sit back, relax, and enjoy because it gets real. All right, so I'm on their website, jw.org, as you can see here. So if any JW is watching this video, I am not using another website. I'm using your own website, okay? So this is a website that they tell people to go on. They tell people to go on jw.org. Okay, so we're going to go to an article that the Watchtower wrote a while back. This was a couple years ago. And I'm going to show you guys how disgusting it really gets, okay? So a lot of the hidden articles is actually on the website, but they don't actually tell you, okay? So if you want to find any like hidden articles, right, go on the website jw.org, scroll down all the way down to where it says Watchtower online library. Okay, click on that. Go on publications, then go on Watchtower. Then you're going to scroll down. It has like a bunch of dates. You're going to scroll down to 1973. So this one, Watchtower 1973. Click on that and then scroll all the way down to September 15th. And then you're going to go to this article where it says breaking free of self-abuse, why and how. Okay, so this is an article from them back in 1973. I'm going to show you guys something that is very disturbing on what the Watchtower promoted, which is very, very strange and very, very just red flag. So I'm not going to read the article, but basically what it's about, it's talking about masturbation. Okay, so it's talking about masturbation, and the Watchtower says that masturbation, it's self abuse, right? So we're gonna scroll all the way down, all the way down to prevention and cure, this section here. Okay, and we're gonna go to this part right here. Okay, prevention and cure, and we're gonna read this part in the first paragraph. It says, did you know, for example, that mothers and fathers who stroke the genitals of their fretful babies to keep them quiet are unwillingly encouraging them to become masturbators later on? Okay, now I read this and something really struck out to me as I read this, piece of, this section here in the first paragraph. Okay? Because this is what Watchtower does. Okay, they hide stuff, right? This is why you can't find these articles, but they have this stuff available, all right? So notice how the structure of this sentence is, right? Notice the structure of this sentence. It is very casual, okay? It is a very casual way of saying this sentence. It's saying, did you know? For example, like you notice how casual this sentence is structured, right? But here's the thing, and this is the background that you have to understand, okay? The JW organization is very, very known to have a lot of child pedophilia, okay? A lot of child pedophilia within the organization, okay? There have been multiple cases of molestation within the JW organization that the Watchtower is hiding from people. And I highly suggest you to search up the Australian Royal Commission. Okay, the Australian Royal Commission is very, very important because they found about thousands upon thousands of cases of child pedophilia within the JW organization. Okay, and these are stuff that the Watchtower is hiding from the public. Okay, now, like I said, there's a lot of cases of this. And for example, if an individual was to get violated, I'm going to use the term violated here, right? So, if an individual, right, gets violated by an elder or like someone in the congregation, that person has to go to the elders, right? So they have to go to the elders, right? Because, and I'm going to explain more about why they have to go to the elders, all right? But here's the thing, JWs has this rule, and it's called the two witness rule, right? Basically, what the two witness rule is, there has to be two witnesses that saw the incident to be seen as credible. So if an individual goes up to an elder and says, I have been touched inappropriately by so and so, right? The elders are going to see that account not credible. And the reason why is because it is two witness rule, and that there has to be two witnesses that sees that event or the incident that occurred, okay? First of all, this two witness rule is absolutely ridiculous. Okay, and I think they get it from Deuteronomy 19. I made a video about this already. Link in the description box. You guys can go watch it. But I made a video about the child sex abuse scandal within the JW organization. Okay. But anyway, so this two witness rule is just absolutely ridiculous, and it is encouraging child pedophiles within the kingdom halls, within those congregations. Okay, there have been many children that has been violated by an elder or someone within the JW cult. Okay, someone within the JW organization. All right, and it's really sad. It's really, really sad how Watchtower is doing this. So it makes it impossible for someone to go up to an elder and say that, hey, I've been violated by so and so. Now I'm going to explain as to why, right? As to why they have to contact the elders. Why they always have to go to the elders and not to the authorities. Okay? It's because the governing body or the Watchtower has programmed JWs, okay? They have programmed JWs into thinking that you have to go to the elders, right? Because it's to show, okay, the elders are used by God, and all this. They like to use this language, like the elders are used by God, and this and that, and that you have to go to the elders, right? You have to go to the elders about anything. And JWs are trained, okay? They are trained into going to the elders, right? And they cannot contact the authorities, right? Because the only thing the elders are going to say, if someone was to come up to them and say, hey, I've been touched inappropriately, they're going to say, oh, leave it to Jehovah's hands. Like you like just see how sick and disgusting this really is. Like, it really is disgusting. It really is. It's absolutely disgusting, and it's degrading, and it's just completely ridiculous. All right. So back to this now. Back to this sentence here. Like I said, the way how this sentence is structured is very, very casual. So they're basically saying this. This is what they're saying. They're saying that if a parent, mother or father, if a parent was to stroke or touch the genitals, right, or the private area of a child, that will encourage that child unwillingly to become masturbators. So basically, it's not the person's fault who has violated the child. It's not the person's fault. I'm going to use an example in the Kingdom Halls of the child pedophilia. Okay? There are a lot of people within those organizations that are pedophiles. Many of them that are pedophiles and that are still in those Kingdom Halls. Okay? They have been violated inappropriately, touched inappropriately, and many of the people that have touched these people inappropriately, they're usually threatened. Like, they usually threaten the victims, right? So they usually say, oh, if you tell anyone, you know, if you tell anyone about this, I'm going to, they kind of threaten them, right? So basically what this sentence here is saying is that if someone was to touch a child inappropriately, like in their private area or whatnot, that will encourage them to become masturbators. You see how sick this sentence is? And this is what Watchtower is doing. Basically, they are promoting child pedophilia, and they are promoting child sex abuse, and it's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. And I highly encourage you, okay, if there is a JW watching this video, please listen, okay? I know you guys are programmed to listen whatever the Watchtower says, but I really do hope that this video really opens your eyes about how disgusting Watchtower is. I really do hope and I really do pray that this really opens your eyes, because it really needs to, and that you're in a cult and you need to repent and come to the truth, which is Jesus, because you're in a cult. So they're basically, in this sentence here, they are promoting child pedophilia, child sex abuse, or whatnot. Okay? That is what they are doing here. That is exactly what they are doing, and it's disgusting and it's degrading. Okay? Now, so, next thing. All right. And another thing too, if there's, JW watching this video, I am using your own website. And this is coming from your own article in 1973. Okay? This is coming from 1973. So this is coming from your own website. Okay? It is very, very just disgusting and disturbing. All right. So now we're going to get into the next thing. Of another piece of literature from them that is just very disgusting and evil. Okay, so I had to kind of search this up. So I searched up JW Songs of Jehovah's Songbook. All right. So I had to kind of look and scurry around for this, and I finally found it. All right. So I need you guys to look at this image right here. I'm going to kind of blow it up. Hold up. I'm going to kind of blow it up so you guys can see a little bit better. All right. So I need you guys to look at this image right here. All right. Now, this image is from a songbook of the Jehovah Witnesses. I don't know the year. I think it was 2008 or 2010. I really don't know the year. Okay. But anyone who may look at this photo, you may think, oh, there's nothing wrong with this. Right? But there are a lot of hidden stuff in this photo that is very, very evil. Okay? And it's very, very just disgusting. And this is another way how they promote this idea of child sex abuse and pedophilia. Okay. So look very closely at this image, you guys. First things first, we have two children, a boy and a girl. And the rest of the people are adults, okay? These are all adults, and there are two kids, okay? Now, everyone is into their songbook, right? Because they're singing, right? You guys can see, like, they're singing, right? They're looking up and they're singing with their little book in their hand. But notice this black guy right here, okay? Keep your eye on this black guy. Notice how everyone is looking ahead, right? Or into their songbook or whatnot, right? They're into their songbook, they're singing along, right? Notice how the black guy here is not looking straight ahead, okay? He's not looking straight ahead. But if you notice here, look at his eyes. Look at his eyes and notice how he is looking somewhere else. He's not looking straight ahead. He's looking towards the little girl. He's looking at her. This girl right here. This is the first sign. Because he's not looking straight ahead, singing like the rest of people. Like, look at this guy. He's looking straight ahead. Right? But look. The guy, this black guy, is looking at this little girl. Now, another thing, because this is what Watchtower does. They're trying to promote child pedophilia. Okay? Because it's disgusting. The next thing is this. What does this look like to you? Okay? Like literally, like, what does this look like to you? This looks like a man's, his private area. I'm not going to say the word because I don't want to be censored by YouTube. But this looks like a man's private area. Okay? So if you look at the image very closely and notice how hidden, okay? Notice how hidden it is. Okay, they're not gonna draw a full-blown man's private area, right? All the way. right? They're going to hide it, right? Because it is hidden, right? It is hidden. But this right here looks like a man's private area. Because you have, because if you're holding a songbook, right? If you're holding a songbook, it's supposed to show their, like their forearm. But notice here how it looks like a private area, like a man's private area. And he's looking, this guy, this bad guy is looking at the girl. Very weird, Watchtower. Very, very, very weird. Okay? Now, here's the next thing. This is the other hidden thing, right? Notice the boy here. Okay? Notice this boy. Notice on his sleeve, if you look closely, it forms an S. Right? Look, it forms an S. Because the black guy is standing next to this boy. And the sleeves, hiddenly, it forms an S. Now look at the boy's hands. Look at how he's holding the songbook. Right? His pinky, right, it's behind, right? So actually it's in, yeah, like it's in the pages. And then his other 3 fingers are behind the songbook. Right? But notice how the placement of his fingers. It looks like an E. It looks like the letter E. Right? So you guys kind of see where I'm going with this, right? Now, look at this woman, right? This lady right next to this guy, gotta be her husband or something. But notice the way how she's holding the songbook, okay? Notice the way how she's holding the songbook, right? Her knuckles are like in, and she's holding the songbook in like this really weird way, okay? I'm gonna show you guys how Watchtower is just completely disgusting. So I had to look at sign language, okay? So I had to look for sign language for the letter X. And this is how you do it, right? So it's like a hook, right? And then it's the knuckle tucked in and then with the hook, right? That is how you sign the letter X, right? In the American Sign Language, okay? So, does this look familiar? Because first of all, who holds a songbook like this? Like nobody. Like literally nobody holds a songbook like this. So you can clearly see her knuckles are tucked in. Her thumb is tucked in as well. And the way how she's holding this songbook is the same way how you would sign the letter X. So notice how it's spelled. S, right, from the boy's sleeve. E, from the way how the boy is holding the songbook. And X, the way how this woman is holding the songbook. What does that spell, you guys? That literally spells sex. So, like I said, this is hidden, okay? Watchtower is hiding these stuff into their literature, into their books, and I can even go as deeper into their movies because they make movies as well, that's a whole different conversation for another time. That's probably going to be for another video, right? But notice how Watchtower hiddenly spells out the word sex here. Because, like I said, S and then E and then X. And she's signing it in sign language. Very disturbing, Watchtower. Very disturbing. Okay? Now, here's another thing. Notice the little girl right here. Okay? Now, notice the way how she's holding the songbook. Everyone is holding the songbook with their one hand. Okay? Everyone is holding their songbook with the one hand. Okay? But notice how this little girl, is the only one that is holding the songbook with both hands. Okay? This is going to be another clue here. Because look at her hands, right? They're together, right? And she's holding the songbook. If you look into sign language, right? If you look into sign language, the way how she's holding the songbook is the same way in sign language how you would sign the word more. Okay? So the word more in sign language, you would put your two hands together, like the same way how this little girl is doing it, and that is how you would signal more. Okay? That is how you would signal more. The same way how this girl has her hands like this, that is how you sign the word more. Okay? I'm going to show you guys if you guys don't believe me. Okay. Look. Right? So notice how and this is a picture here. Notice how she put her two hands together like this, right? This is how you would signal the word more. More. That is how you would signal the word more. Watchtower is using sign language here to promote their cult-like nature. Okay? Does this look familiar from the picture? She's signaling more. This is how you signal more in sign language. Okay? There's even other more pictures. Look at this. See how the hands are together like this? This is how you would signal the word more. This is another one. This is how you would signal the word more in the American Sign Language. Okay? This is another one. Look at the way she holds her hands. Right? Even babies as well. Okay. But it looks very similar to how the little girl is holding the songbook. Because how is she the only one that's holding the songbook with two hands? Well, everyone else is holding the songbook with one hand. Okay? That right there is strange. So the black guy is looking at her. He has, the man's private area. I'm not going to say the name, okay, because I don't want to get demonetized from YouTube. But I'm not going to say the name, right? But this is clearly shaped as a man's private area, right? And he's looking at the little girl, and she's signaling the word more. Put the two and two together now. Because that should literally raise a red flag to you. Okay? Watchtower is promoting child pedophilia and child sexual abuse and molestation within their congregation. Okay? It's absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Now, I want you guys to notice what she's wearing. Okay? First of all, if you notice here, it looks like she has a bump. Look at this. It looks like she has a bump. And it looks like she's like pregnant. If you notice here, she has this little bump like sticking out. And the way how Watchtower did it was so disgusting. To literally show her stomach area. Right? But it looks like she's like pregnant. Or has, that baby bump. Because when a woman is pregnant, their bump starts to show like very, very slowly and gradually. Right? So it's just absolutely, absolutely disgusting on what the Watchtower is doing. And you're not going to do it full blown out because this is hitting you guys. This is what you have to understand. Is that it is hidden. Okay? These things are hidden. Now, a lot of people kind of notice that this image was very inappropriate. Okay? Especially with the black guy. Okay? Let's focus back on this guy. So a lot of people kind of notice this, and especially since it's like this thing right here showing like a man's private area. A lot of people actually spoke up about this, and this actually went viral. Okay? This actually went viral, you guys. And after people started to notice this, they actually replaced the black guy with someone else. Right? They actually replaced him with a white guy. Right? And they removed this image right here because you could clearly see it looks like a man's private area. Right? So, because Watchtower got exposed, and this is what they do when people start to call them out, right? They like to hide the evidence. Okay? They like to hide the evidence. And they like to hide the proof of these things because they've been caught. So then they have to try to cover it up. Right? So they replace this black guy with a white person, right? They replace him with a white guy, right? And which I highly suggest you search up JW Songs of Jehovah songbook, right? You would see how they replace this black guy with a white guy, right? And I think I have it here. Let me just exit this out. So notice here, right? Notice how they replace the black guy with this white guy. Because Watchtower got exposed, okay? And because people started to notice how inappropriate it is, and that you could clearly see in the photo with the black guy, it looked like a man's private area. Okay? They replace the black guy with the white guy because they've been caught, so then they have to hide the evidence, right? But if you also notice here in this photo, they remove the S. They remove the S from the boy's sleeve, right? They remove the S from the boy's sleeve. And if you notice a little bit closely, it looks like his tongue is kind of sticking out. Notice here, like it kind of looks like from the boy's shirt, like it looks like his tongue is sticking out. I just kind of clicked this so you guys can see it a little bit better. Okay? But look how the S was removed. The S was removed from the boy's sleeve. And then it just has E and then X. This is just to show how sick Watchtower is. Okay? This is really just to show how sickening Watchtower is. Okay? Because it's sick and it's absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. That is it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. There will be many more videos to come. And yeah. I am going to make another video talking about a lot of their shows, okay? Because Watchtower actually makes an animated series called Caleb and Sophia, I believe. And I'm going to show you guys some of the other more disturbing things from that child animated, series on how they are trying to indoctrinate kids, okay, and trying to put falsehood in children, because that's what they're doing. All right, that's what any cult's gonna do. But anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.